Zillow is taking a new home advertising rule to heart. Real estate expert Rick Sadle with Keller Williams Realty and SadleRealEstate.com is with us. Rick, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
So last week we talked about the new clear cooperation policy, and we're starting to see it in action. So maybe you could just remind us of this new rule and talk about how it's changing and how we're seeing it here.
Yeah, sure. A quick kind of reminder summary. Clear cooperation policy was instituted in 2019. It was an attempt to increase the transparency and make sure sellers kind of got maximum exposure to all buyers. What it said was if an agent took a listing, it had to go in the MLS in one business day. That way the sellers got exposed to all the buyers, right? It got syndicated out to all the websites. Well, now recently they altered that rule to say that a seller could choose to put his property in the MLS, but not syndicate it out to websites like Zillow and Redfin. Now, Zillow obviously is unhappy with this. Zillow uses agents' listings to get audience to their site, right? That's how they make their money. So in response, Zillow is saying that any listing that gets excluded from their site will be excluded permanently. And also in response, they decided to put all of the listings together in one search result. It used to be that all like for sale by owners and non-MLS listings were put on a secondary tab on their site. Now they're going to all be put on one tab, so to speak.
Okay. And how important is that for a buyer or, someone in the industry? What does that mean?
Well, I mean, as I said, it used to be that they separated them out. Zillow is one of the biggest search portals, right? So most of what buyers saw were listed properties in the MLS, right? Now those buyers they would kind of have to search out that secondary tab to see if they were for sale by owners or other properties that were for sale. Now they're talking about kind of putting them all together. And what that means is buyers will have a lot more choices. I think it's a good thing.
Okay. How critical is an online home shopping experience for people these days? And is everyone just basically going online first when they're looking for houses?
Yeah, for sure. It's wildly critical, right? I think the last stat that I saw was that something over 92% of home buyers started their search online, and that's probably old. It's probably more like 95% now. In fact, oftentimes what happens is a buyer will find their house online and then send that to their agent in order to go see it. Usually the ones that are finding them nowadays. So online home shopping, just like online shopping for all products, is super critical these days. It's super important.
Okay. And these new rules are taking effect, so we'll watch for them. Rick, thanks for breaking that down. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
That is Rick Sadle, our KXL real estate expert with Keller Williams Realty and SadleRealEstate.com.